Hello everyone! In the last tutorial we looked at how to create the growth curve. The growth curve is used as a lookup table to determine which pixel attract matter and which don't. All the pixel whose neighborhood analysis result falls in an area where the curve is high are active and they attract matter. Today we are going to look at how to customize the neighborhood analysis. The neighborhood analysis works like this. For each pixel, we look at all the pixels around it, its neighborhood, and sum up their values. But not all neighbors count the same. Each value is weighted by a matrix called the kernel, which defines how much each neighbor contributes based on its position. This operation, multiplying each neighbor by its weight, summing everything up and normalizing the result, is called a convolution, and it's performed for every pixel of the simulation every frame. So, to change the result of the neighborhood analysis, you need to customize the kernel. You can do it in this panel here, in the top right corner. Here you can describe the kernel profile using this curve editor, and you can visualize the resulting matrix on the right. By clicking the buttons above the curve editor, you can choose whether to edit the kernel of the reactive simulation, kernel A, or the kernel of the passive simulation, kernel B. In the curve editor, you can drag the nodes by holding the left mouse button. Create a new one by clicking on an empty area, or delete one by right-clicking on it. If you hold Ctrl and left-click on a node, you can change its interpolation type. Below the curve editor, there are some controls. An input field lets you set dimensions of the matrix, that is, how big the analysis is for each pixel. Then there is a slider to regulate the radius of the resulting figure. Big kernels create big patterns. Below that, there is a section that makes the figure oscillate using the BPM. The BPM is calculated with a tap tempo, so you have to press the spacebar rhythmically to sync it to the music. Once you have done that, you'll find the BPM displayed here, and you can start using the BPM effects. By enabling the BPM toggle, the figure will start to oscillate, and this slider lets you decide how many beats are needed to complete a full cycle. The next slider regulates the amplitude of the oscillation. The one after that controls how snappy it is. There are three types of kernel you can choose from: disks, Polygon, or custom. The custom mode lets you use a custom image by importing it from disk in the media window and selecting it. We'll see the media window later. In the next tutorial, we are going to look at the sliders and how to balance the reactive and passive simulations. See you!